we talked about the background of Anyone Can Whistle, and some of its history, so I'm doing some of that research that Katie does. I also briefly went over the form we would have, although that was adapted throughout the rehearsal process. I then went into Katie's system and introduced her, and how it was related to maybe their system of acting, since some of us had shared training previously. I also mentioned Eleanor Bishop in terms of Katie's system in a digital medium. And then I discussed her toolbox for actors. And then we went into the time and place, so basically doing the prep work and going through to the character biographies. I mentioned their astrological signs. I also mentioned to Patrick and Lauren that their astrological signs were related to their characters, and that I didn't cast them because of this, but it was something that was in my head while doing these character biographies. And then I went over the immediate circumstances and went over the concept behind events and intentions and used an example from West Side Story, since I knew it was a text that both of them would be familiar with. And that took about an hour and a half, and that was the first day of rehearsals. So what we're going to do today is basically read through the script and just pay attention to the events and intentions. And as we do it, I'll probably mark it as we go. Here, share this tab again. So I'll just like start above, and I make this little table and I just copy and paste like this side. This is actually, I think there are more than one event happening there, but hypothetically I'd be like event 1. Does that make sense for everybody? Any questions?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
great.
Perfect.
So one thing that this is like kind of goes above the scope of events and intentions, is that I think the way I'm directing this, and this is something you'll have to call me on if I do it too much, this is very much, this scene is from Faye's perspective. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's going to be hard for me, like it's in the script, like I don't see Hapgood initiates the call because the way I've like stage directioned the script.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's important to keep in, it's important especially for me to keep in mind that like Hapgood has like his own screen going on, even if I'm coming, if the screen is from Faye's perspective. What do you think your intention is when you like receive the email?
I mean, I don't think, because I didn't start the action, I don't think my intention changes. It's just kind of more so like, oh, here is an opportunity for me to this is another thing that may help me to reflect on what just happened. Like, why did you do this?
I think even like, just like to give you like a specific, I think it could be like to prepare from when you like see the email, like the moment you see the email, you know, you're going to open the email, right? Because duh.
She may not. She could walk away. I mean, she chooses to delete. So I guess if there's an intention there, it's, you know, figuring out, does she want to be vulnerable in this moment to whatever he just said.
I like that. Okay, I like that even better. So how about her intention is to get, it's not only to get herself to, but to decide whether or not to open the email. Is that good?
Or to like emotionally prepare for this email.
I like that. To prepare herself to open this email.
Why didn't you turn me in?
Why didn't you turn yourself in?
I can't stop being crazy, but that's my own affair.
And yeah, no, I think, yeah, I definitely was getting more of a sense of the shared character biography. I think for this time, I want to put that even more in focus, the shared history between you two.
So the first time I sing it through, we're going to sing it with the MIDI.
The plunked out. And I mean, you can do any one you want. I would go with the one that plunks out your notes. Because
I'll do that just to make sure that the notes are all correct.
All of it will last. Everything that's here and now and us together. Some trouble spots that I
That's like totally, and also again, like that fact that they were as few treble spots, like this is like you've got the hard part, like you've got the weird harmonies here. So like, great job.
Question. So you said earlier, like coffee shop. Do you want it to be like coffee shop vibes? Do you want it to be like very breathy, like Once vibes, or like do you want it to be like, because it's like a very futuristic? Like, do you want it to be musical theater, or do you want it to be like contemporary, like pop? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. I think take it a little bit more popish, but keeping in mind it's Sondheim. Yes, coffee house meets like, but like, I think a little breathiness. Like, I think you're gonna have to abandon that, like, as the song goes on.
Yeah.
But especially at the beginning, I think you can almost like not sing it, but like, yeah, I think lean into those Once vibes. And I think kind of the goal of the song is to like trick people into like musical theater, like even like the way that it's a performance to start out, and then it kind of becomes this duet. Like I think throughout the song, you can mirror that with your voice, that it gets like more traditional musical theatery.
Okay, cool.
It sounded so good. Like, no, it sounds incredible. I'm really happy. Yeah, it sounds great. Like everything, like vocally, like A+++.
All right.
Cool. Do you have any thoughts or like questions after?
Yeah, no, I think I'm finding the journey of where because I mean the lyrics repeat, obviously, and so it's kind of trying to find the new moments of it. Like I feel in the beginning part, like before she comes in and before we do our duet, this is almost like in a way this first part is me singing the song about her when I was like happy go lucky that I found this person. And then it's almost like when she comes in, it still has that, but then there's also the hint that I know that it's not going to last.
Let's say you wrote this like the night that, so they have Come Play With Me. She sings, they don't have sex. She sings Anyone Can Whistle. Then the next night they have sex. And so you would be writing them this right after you had sex, which I think.
Yeah. Like the night after they like first they have sex. And or it's right after whatever. And I think it's like it's like human connection physically and emotionally, like it kind of like that is what I feel like is the impetus for me to sing this. I mean, obviously, like in general, the idea for me to sing or write the song, and I feel like in that moment, I'm this first part, I'm trying to say, like, to convince Faye that it's like to convince her that I don't want to be anywhere else. Like this is the realist it can be to a certain extent.
This is to convince Faye that this is like the realest life gets. All right, and then moving on to It Was Marvelous to Know You. And it isn't really through crazy business, this life where we live in. We had a moment, a marvelous moment. And then, sorry.
No. I was going to say she's just like sinking into how good it feels to love him, I think.
I love that. Yeah, can I change to allow herself to sink into the depth? Like just, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Imagery. Into the depth of the love that he's describing. Cool. And I think that makes sense that we've kind of like tweaked the intensity of these intentions up, I think, with these like words, but it's basically, I think that this is the right path. We were on it from last time. So, all right. Beautiful. All right, how did that feel?
Better. felt like it had more purpose and intention. I got a little distracted sometimes because my cat was being a weirdo. And then that, yeah, I think finding the intentions was really helpful.
Good, great. And then on happy, you push play.
Okay. All right. Got it.
No, it's all right. It's confusing.
Let's just go back a little bit. A marvelous moment, a beautiful time.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that is so good. No, that's like, it sounds really like, even like, because it's through the thing, like there's like feedback and static, but you can just hear it's gonna sound amazing when it's like combined together. Your voices sound really good together too. I feel like the timbres of your voices, like, it's sonically very pleasing.
It feels nice to like a duet. Like, it's been so long since I've been another person, especially in quarantine. Oh, now for whatever reason it realizes I'm the host, so I'm gonna invite you. I'm used to being a host on WebEx from work, but let me invite you.
Okay, I like the minimized view. So then everything can happen. Then we will have, and I think that's fine, have your face on for like the entire, but I like that. More of your face is always good. But it'll be cool to see like your facial reactions alongside of like your like computer acting. So what I want to do now actually is just going over the stage direction bit of the script. And we can do like events and intentions. So I want to have it start on like a blank desktop that like looks very orderly, like looks like we create your character biography on the screen through like a curated computer desktop
screen. I like that idea.
And then I'm gonna have, and I think what will happen is that I'm on the call, and this will be how it, like, I can orchestrate all of the like the cues and stuff happening. So I'll just like stop video and hide, or no, not hide self view. Show, no, I wanna, can you see me now? You can, can't you?
I can see the green triangle that says greenlit, yeah.
I'll be able to, you know what, I'll sort that out later. But that way I can see what you're doing. When we enter the Zoom call, what is your mental, like Faye's mental state is gonna be frazzled. I almost want her to be like tweeting things. Like abolish the, you know what I mean? Some like some anti-government. Yeah, exactly. Faye is, and I'll make a Twitter for you. Tweeting. And we'll have someone, because in the play they're like, people are like hurling insults at Faye, I mean, I forget, they're like suffragette is like one of the, like, it's not like, you know, like things like that. So like I'll set that all up so that it looks cool and real, and like you're getting like threats and stuff, but yours like tweeting like, the people need to know, like, this is what your government's doing. I'll sort all that business out, and then you get the email.
Okay.
Just tweeting something something TBD,
something revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly. But like, do you think she might start an email to Hapgood, or like think about like reaching out to someone before she starts? What do you think?
I don't think she would reach out to someone else just because she doesn't want to incriminate herself, but I think there could be something useful in switching this around, in the sense that like it actually opens with her seeing the email and maybe seeing like the preview of what it says, but not opening it all the way, and then going to tweet, and then coming back and then opening it.
Should that happen? Should she like be tweeting something? She goes back to, okay, she gets the email, she goes back to tweet, she like decides to continue tweeting, then she gets the DM, then she scrolls through all of her DMs, and they're all like that. This is actually a good question. Do you have Microsoft Word? Or not Microsoft package? Microsoft. Because if not, why don't we just do this on Google instead of on your desktop?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, cool. Even easier. She hesitates and go into a file on her Google Drive.
Yeah, because then everything can be in one place.
Yeah, exactly. And then I can also do it all for you, and you can have easy access to it without having to do anything to your computer. This rehearsal, we're gonna go, like, it's kind of gonna be like a technical rehearsal almost. Like, we're just kind of gonna go over like the tech stuff and
Cool.
And the figuring out like framing and stuff. Like with Lauren, we mostly like worked on the technology of this and like had to we adjusted some of the stage directions to make sense with like what our technology could do / ideas we had while we were doing it. So we'll probably, this is going to be we're not going to focus on tech so much here because your technology is a little bit more easy, like it's simple. You just are going to have to record one and then join the Zoom call, but it's not going to have to be like technical on you having to do anything during the scene. So we'll probably just focus on like staging, I think, because I think that's going to be even more important for you to like figure out like where we're set for the music part, and then like we're gonna have to give you, I guess I might not give you blocking per se, but we'll figure out like when you're leaving, like what are you packing, like what are you going to get, like are you grabbing your passports, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, wherever you want. I just love the fact that it's like it's there and you're clearly like not used. That's, I mean, the truth is Hapgood, like I'm sure Hapgood could like play guitar, like that's
like
the
I
thing.
also think he's the type of person that would pose with the guitar. And, like,
100%.
Yeah. So just to confirm like the technical process. So like starting from the scene, so she'll be on. You'll see it will be on a Zoom call. She's on. And then we time it out that I pop on right then when I come on. And then after our scene ends, the Zoom call, I hang up on Zoom. And then the video of me starts playing.
Yeah.
Or she clicks on the email that starts playing the video. And then for the duet part, is that also on the recording, or am I?
Yeah, so that'll also be on the recording. So she'll just be duetting with what you've already sung.
Like it would look kind of like that.
I think so. You know, she sent you the Zoom call invite, and you haven't like answered it, and you only answer it upon getting that BCC. That she didn't turn you in. Like feel free to be vain about your own angles. Feel free to be like making it consciously theatrical. Like I trust your your eye enough to like make whatever artistic decision you want to in terms of how you're holding the camera. And but in terms of how Hapgood, I think Hapgood, like let's have that like Hapgood maybe has like vlogged on and off. Like he knows what he's doing on camera.
Then I would get up. Well, you might at least look pleased, and then
start packing.
Like, clothes on. I can have like underwear and shirts on the bed.
Perfect.
With so little to be sure of, if there's anything at all. With so little to be sure of.
I've already gone through this multiple times, so none of the messages will be new. But when we actually do the scene, I will be on the other side of a computer sending the emails and tweets or DMs. So you'll preset, we'll all be in a group chat on our phone. I'll be like, preset, when you're ready, you'll type in ready, Patrick will say ready, and then I'll type action. And when you type action, you'll take a second for this to be on screen. You'll minimize that, you'll minimize this, and you'll hopefully a little bit more easily minimize this, but my Zoom thing is in the way, but you won't have that issue. Mm-hmm. And then right after I send the email, I'll send you a DM. Is it not cool? And then the message has come then. Cool. So we'll do it one more time like this, and then I'll try to do a run where I'm not on camera and I'm acting as both like myself doing the actions and Patrick. And I'll try to read Patrick's lines and stuff too. So yeah, let's try to see if you record it all while screen sharing on Zoom, if that makes a difference. If not, I'll do some quick research into other Microsoft screen recorders. And would you mind downloading another screen recorder if I found one? Cool.
Why didn't you turn me in?
Why didn't you turn yourself in?
Because I'm crazy, but that's my own.
It isn't. You're the hope of the world. And you're frozen.
I don't think you can possibly repeat that sentence without laughing.
You're the hope of the world. You and crazy people like you.
From the first moment you've been trying to put me on a horse. Now stop it.
Why didn't you turn yourself in? And why don't you go turn yourself in now?
Oh, am I? I can't.
All right,
you know
pause. Let's pause.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you do keep freezing. It's okay. The technology gods are just not on our side today. You know, this is a good sign. Dress rehearsals are meant to be messy.
That's very true. The dress rehearsal isn't trash.
Yeah. It's fine. I think what we need to do to combat this is that we need to acknowledge that it might be shaky, like that might happen. That's fine. I think we just have to incorporate it into the performance if it happens, because it's real.
Yeah.
I think, Patrick, if you could be packing more for this section, the camera was a little bit more frenetic.
Okay.
It might. Yeah. That might.
Yeah, I got you. Like I was gonna put that right there and then pack.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Cool. So let's do one take, trying it throughout without us on the Zoom call, fingers crossing, and then we'll be done for the day.
Okay.
So we're doing like the full thing, like we're doing from the beginning. Faye sends the email. I see the email. I join the Zoom call.
Yes.
I exit the Zoom call, and then she does the duet, correct?
Yes.
Jane, are you there? Bowden.
Why didn't you turn me in?
Why didn't you turn yourself in? it.
I can't stop being crazy. But that's my own affair.
No, it isn't. You're the hope of the world.
I don't think you can possibly repeat that sentence without laughing.
You are. And yet I'm happy.
So that, and then we'll just run the scene again.
Cool.
Sound okay. So Lauren, were you able to download the music, the police scanner sound?
I just sent it to Faye's email.
Okay, great.
Let me download it now. Oh, but do you have to have like an Apple account? Like I do, but I don't use it, so I don't remember the password. I think it might not work if I'm on another window because I'm gonna be, like typing.
Yeah. Do you have?
So I may have to.
On the keyboard, do you have like a play button?
I do. Hold on, let me try that then. Minimize.
Cool. So you'll reset that little whistling bit is like, I don't know, it's like the cookies theme. So I'm thinking when you like the image of the poster, you can have like while the whistling is happening. Does that make sense? So like, that little, like the little title sequence we've developed.
Oh, the poster, yes.
So that will be on the whistling bit.
And then once the police scanner starts, minimize things. And
exactly.
I can't whistle, actually. That's the thing I can't.
I had to get Will to do it for me while he was here.
Love that.
Slightly out of key. There's a few notes that were wrong, but it is Sondheim, and it's a confusing little melody.
It's okay. It's okay. With him, it sounds right. Like if it's Sondheim, you're like, oh, that's a choice. Oh, you know,
exactly.
Unless you thoroughly know Sondheim.
It modulates the key within the little beat.
Exactly. Oh man, that's hilarious.
But yeah, no, I'm impressed. I can't whistle like well at all. I used to think that like in musical theater, I would be a failure if I didn't know how to whistle for like that's a requirement. Like used to stress me out.
It is not. It is not at all.
Yeah, I cannot. I barely.
Oh, I cannot either.
I definitely can't whistle in a tune. I'll tell you that. I'm very jealous of those people.
Yeah, no, same. Well, I'm glad none of us can whistle here in anyone's whistle land.